Good evening, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Pray you guys. Pray you guys had a blessed. Pray you guys had a blessed day today. Wanted to just give you guys a nightly nugget situation that took place with me. Situation that took place with me this morning as I was driving into work. As I was driving downtown to feed the homeless, not feed them, but drop off some donations to the homeless this morning. I had my music blasting, praising, getting my spirit right. Also just taking the time to work on the message that God had placed on my spirit. And as I was driving, I got about 10 minutes from my destination and I began to lose power in my vehicle. And I looked at my dash and I realized that I did not put gas in the vehicle. So as I began to coast as far as I could go, you know me, I hate to put gas in the vehicle. I run out of gas probably every 3 or 4 months because I just hate to stop and put gas in the vehicle. But as I began to coast as far as that I could go, I began to, once I finally stopped, I began to hop out and begin to walk. And I looked down at my phone and it says that the nearest gas station is about 17 minutes away. So as I began to walk, I eventually made it to a store, but it wasn't a gas station. And I see an individual, I saw a brother, and he hopped out of his vehicle. And I said, sir, do you mind taking me to a gas station and I'll fill your tank up? I said, I ran out of gas. So he blessed me. I hopped in his vehicle. We go to the nearest gas station and I get a gas tank and I get gas. And as we got back to my vehicle, I began to pour the gas into my gas tank. The brother pulls off and he told me it was nice to meet me. And as he begins to leave, I hop in my vehicle and I crank the vehicle up. But guess what? I left my hazard lights on. So now my car won't start because my battery is now dead. So I began to make phone calls and try to see if I can get anybody to come jump me off. And everybody's out of pocket. Nobody can help me out. So as I'm waiting for someone to come, I just begin to just take it upon myself to just wave down to see if anybody would stop. Well, guess what? Nobody stopped. Tons of cars passing me by. But guess what? I'm not losing faith. I'm not angry. I'm not frustrated. If anything, I'm mad at myself because I put myself in this predicament. And I see police cars pass by, don't stop. I even see a courtesy patrol vehicle, and that's his job. He passed by, wouldn't stop. Tons of cars pass by, nobody stops. Well, eventually, a gentleman pulled up behind me, and he stopped, and he said, son, do you need help? I said, yes, sir, I need a jump. He says, well, give me a few minutes. I live down the street. I'm going to go get my jumper box, and keep in mind, hey, I prayed for this too. I said, God, I want somebody to stop with jumper cables in the box. And eventually this brother stopped. He went to his home. He jumped my vehicle off and I get into my car. And so as I get in my car and I begin to drive to the nearest gas station, God speaks to me. He says, Marcus, there's a message for my people in this. He says, so many people go through life and they fail to fill up. They live, but they fail to fill up their spirit spiritually. And just as I stood out in the middle of the street, waving people down, trying to get people to stop, nobody stopped. That's how we do, God. We go through life and we think that we can go and not fill up. Your spirit needs to be filled up on a daily basis. You go through life and you think you can get through it by yourself. You think you think you can fix it and mend it by yourself. And then when things get too unbearable, when they get too uncomfortable, when they get too hard for you, then you want to call on God. We can't do God like that. We have to fill up our spirit every single day, marriage-wise. Whenever you first met that person that you're in a relationship with, you did everything to get them. You took them out to dinners. You wined and dined them. You massaged their feet. You took them to the movies. You did everything. You said everything to get them. What were you doing? You were putting fuel on that fire to make it burn. And it was so bright. But guess what? Now that you have them, now that you're married to them, you're no longer doing those same things. And many of you, your relationships on the verge of divorce. Why? Because you are failing to fill up. continue to pour in things every single day, things that you want to prosper, your marriage, your business, your finances. You spend, but you're not saving anything. So then when difficult times come up financially, you don't have nothing, you don't have money to cover those difficult moments. The car breaks down, you don't have money to fix it. Your lights, your bills, you don't have money to fix it because you spend, and you don't put back. So what am I telling you? Man, fill up on a daily basis. You cannot get through life with no encouragement. You cannot get through life without God. You cannot, your marriage will not prosper. Your relationship will not prosper if you don't continue to pour into it on a daily basis. Your kids, if you don't pour them into them on a daily basis, when they get to a certain point, they're going to get to a place where they are uncontrollable, they're disrespectful, they're hateful, they're not doing the things that they need to be doing because you're failing to pour into them on a daily basis. Stop and fill up your tanks, your marriages, your finances, your family, your job, your career, whatever it may be. Fill up on a daily basis and stop being mad if you're not filling up when people don't stop to help you when you need. Fill up. I love you guys. Please take a moment and to share this video. If you think it was a blessing, share it. We all need to fill up on a daily basis. We cannot get through life if we're not filling up. You're not going to make it. You're going to eventually be in the same position I was. Stranded, broke down, busted, and disgusted. So share this message because we all need to fill up. I love you guys. Have a blessed day and tune in tomorrow for my next message. I already have it ready for you guys. I love you guys. Have a blessed day. Be encouraged.